Welcome to the Kaemingk Cooking Corner. You guys have been asking us for some recipes that we make when we're living in an RV. So we're gonna make some curry tonight. I've only made this one other time, so we liked it.
Yeah.
It was a little bland. So I'm gonna try to throw in some extra ginger tonight and some extra garlic. So we'll see how that goes. My recipe for this, I just buy my green curry paste from the store. Any store has this, I think. I bought it at Walmart and Target and any grocery store. And it says that you can do 1 to 2 tablespoons. I usually do about 5 because it's not strong enough for us. We like our curry to be really potent and delicious. And then you add just a tablespoon of brown sugar and then a couple other vegetables. So once I get this coconut milk to like a simmer, then I'll throw in some curry paste. So I'll show you that in a minute.
It's very handy.
We try to cook out here as much as possible because it's hot in there anyway, and then you turn on the burner and it just feels like a little sauna. Plus everyone's so close to you and they want to grab everything. So we try to cook out here. Kids are watching a movie right now, so most of the kids are watching movies right now. If you have a really bomb diggity curry recipe that you use at home, let me know, because we love eating Thai food. So how I make this recipe, if you want it, I'll link it below too. I take a can of coconut milk. Sometimes I'll do 2 cans, and the recipe says with the green curry paste, which you can buy anywhere, you do 1 to 2 tablespoons. I usually do like what?
5 or so.
Yeah, I really like, we like really strong curry.
Becca never follows a recipe. She always wants to make it her own. And I think she usually makes it better.
Sometimes I don't. Last time I made this, I followed the recipe like literally to a T on purpose. I tried because it was the first time I made it, right? Mm-hmm. And was it good?
It was a little bland.
It was a little bland.
I have to admit.
And I followed the recipe.
It was a little bland. So yeah, Becca usually goes a little bit overboard on the spices compared to what the recipe says. And I think it usually turns out really well. So
then you're supposed to do 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. You simmer your coconut milk, and after your coconut milk has started to simmer, then you add your curry paste. And it says 1 to 2 tablespoons, but I do like 5. And then you mix that in, and then you add your brown sugar, 1 tablespoon brown sugar. Sometimes I don't do any brown sugar because it adds a little bit too much sweetness for us. And I just plopped in a bunch on accident, so this might be super sweet, but the kids really like it, so I guess that's a win. And then you let it simmer, and then you let it sit. So that's what point we're at right now. So after it comes to a simmer, you're going to reduce the heat to medium, and you're gonna let it simmer some more for about 5 minutes. That way it can thicken up.
Take a big whiff. Doesn't that smell fantastic?
It's so much nicer cooking outside too because the smells don't like overpower your senses all night. Especially when you're cooking
especially
curry.
when you're cooking something that's kind of stinky.
Or
Mexican, something that's smelly.
like it's just so much.
Yeah. And being in a trailer, we're always, especially in the South, we're always trying to keep humidity out as much as we can. So anytime you're cooking anything, there's going to be a lot of extra humidity in there, even just from the gas that you're emulating into the camper.
Your bodily gas?
Your bodily gas. So we just try to stay outside
like
so that our bodily gases don't fill the trailer up.
Yeah, that's so appealing. So I'm taking my chicken tenders right now, and I usually just take the whole package. How many ounces is this?
Is that organic chicken from Walmart?
This is, I don't know how much this is. I didn't read it. It's all torn up. I'll tell you about this is probably, what, 1.5 pounds?
It's probably a little over a pound.
So this is about 1 pound of chicken. I always buy the chicken tenders because I'm weird about like the texture of chicken. I'm not a huge meat eater. I'm actually even considering going vegetarian. You hear that? The world's just stopped spinning.
Like one of those record stopping.
Yes, I'm not a huge meat eater. I usually actually pick it out of everything I'm eating. I do like fish, so I don't know. I'm kind of playing with that right now.
Well, Becca's a big texture person, so meat is always kind of tough for her because she never really enjoys the texture. She'd rather just have like something crunchy, like a vegetable. So, but I like meat, and the kids like most meat that we make, so she usually makes it with meat in it, and she'll just kind of pick around it.
That makes me sound like a super picky eater, which I'm actually not. I just don't.
No, not at all.
I just don't.
Not pick around it, but like she'll just she'll exclude most of the meat out of her meal.
Yeah, it's just a texture thing. It makes me like.
It's fine. That means more for me. I'm okay with that.
So.
Do I smell garlic? Is that even in there yet?
Nope. I do need to wash my hands now, though. I'll be right back.
Is this something that you want to see more of? Just kind of the meals that we eat, because really they're not that much different than what we eat at home. You know, the first little while we kind of ate a lot of camp food. You know, a lot of stuff that we could cook over a fire. But then we realized, you know, this is our regular home. This is our regular life. So we're gonna eat like we normally would. So, you know, then Becca started to kind of pull out some of her more normal home recipes, and it's been really nice.
So I add a little bit of minced garlic. Think that'll fit on there? We don't go out to eat very often because it's expensive, and it's really not enjoyable with the kids either, because they're 6'5", 2, and 1.
No, it's more just kind of survival when we're eating out. We're just trying to keep everybody from destroying everything. So, you know, we usually only eat out if there's not really a good option to bring food. Like, you know, I can think of probably a handful of times that we even have on this trip. The one time that we really went to a restaurant.
Well, every single time we have, it was with family, like taking us to dinner.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. I think the only times that we really have were like when we were in Arizona with my dad and the whole family, and they bought us meals. So thanks, Dad. That was pretty much the only time that we've gone out for dinner.
It was so nice because it was like a really big treat.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's what we want. That's a big reason why we don't go out to eat, is because we want our kids to be raised thinking that going out to eat, enjoying like that kind of luxury in life, is a big deal, because it should be a big deal. To us, it is. We didn't grow up going out to eat very often. That's just not how we were raised. Like I cannot even have a memory like really going to a restaurant unless I was like on a date night with one of my parents.
Yeah, and I loved having the memory of having a sit-down dinner almost every night too. You know, I think that that's something that our generation has gone away from quite a bit, is to have real sit-down meals, and that's a time that we really do all sit together as a family and bond together and talk together. And you know, other than that, there's not a lot of times that happens during the day. So that's been a really important thing for us.
Yeah, so we asked them questions every night at dinner, and this started when we lived at home.
Yeah, this started when we lived at home, and I wasn't around during the day.
Do you hear them right now? They're running back and forth.
I'm sure they can hear that. And I wasn't around during the day, so I would come home, and during dinner time, I would ask them, like, what did you do today? You know, what was your favorite thing that you did today? What made you happy? What made you sad? You know, just to kind of help them to verbally process their emotions and remember what they did during the day, and help them to articulate that.
Well, we asked them, what did you do that was kind today? What did you do that was not kind today?
Yeah. So, you know, we've continued that as we're on the road, but now, you know, we're with them all together every day. So I don't necessarily need to ask all those questions, but we get a little bit deeper now sometimes, where we'll ask, you know, are you guys really enjoying being out on the road? What's been your favorite place that we've been so far? You know, is there anything that you miss?
What's a specific memory that you can come up with? You know?
Yeah. So, you know, I'd encourage you guys to do that. If you don't, you know, whenever you sit down for dinner with your kids, just have a few questions that are kind of even questions that they're expecting, you know, that they can have answers ready for. But I think it's a good time to get everybody to speak up.
Yeah, and it's just a good time for your kids to know, I think, through growing up, that, okay, mom and dad care. Like, that's what we're striving for. I mean, we're still such new parents, but mom and dad care, and every night they ask us these questions, because we don't want to know them. Like, we want to see their heart, really, because that determines the character of our children. That determines the quality of their happiness, is where their heart is. So that's what we're trying to get to. I had raw chicken on my neck just then.
Oh, good.
So, okay, I think I've walked you through what I've done so far. I also buy shredded carrots, and I buy snow peas, and I pour them in there. I don't know if that's traditional to curry, but I don't care. And then I also buy a can of baby corn because the kids love them. I dump those in there. I put I put my diced up meat in there already. Holy cow, these suckers are huge.
Whoa.
I'm gonna break those up.
That's more like toddler corn.
No kidding.
It's amazing how much this trailer shakes.
My boiling water is shaking right now.
It's It's like in Jurassic Park, you know, when the dinosaur, the T-Rex is coming and they're watching the water that's going as that happens. That is every single time anybody moves in our trailer, everything just goes.
So if you haven't noticed, we've had a very down week this week. We've just kind of hung out at this campsite. Literally, we've left once and we went to the grocery store and got some almond milk, and that's about it. So we've just been relaxing. We went and got ice cream today at Dairy Queen and just drove right back. Literally, we have a playground right there.
Right there. Through the trees.
So the kids have just been playing. It's kind of in like a backyard feel, except I also put a little bit of ginger in it. Except there's fire ants everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys in the southern Georgia area, northern Florida area, is this normal for there to be fire ants literally everywhere? Or is that just a park thing just because they're not controlling them at all, or what? Because like we've been in the South for a little while now, and we're used to seeing like fire ant hills every here and there, and they're big and they're obvious to see.
Yeah,
but
like
here,
Mississippi, Louisiana, like
Texas, Florida,
there's like huge mounds, huge hills.
Right.
But here they're like little hills,
It's
but
crazy.
they're everywhere, like
Yeah.
every foot.
like you can't take 3 steps without pretty much stepping on one. And Miller has gotten attacked, Lawson's gotten attacked, Wesley, Autumn, I have. Becca, I think you've been bit a few times.
Here's an example though. So Wesley got bit like 5 times on his hand the other day. He was picking up a rock to throw into like a creek, and he got bit 5 times on his hand, and he cried for like 6 hours. And I'm not over exaggerating. And then Miller today got into an anthill, and he had like what, 25 ants.
Get
on
him
it?
all over him.
Like all over his back and legs, everywhere. It was terrible. And he like was like, ah, nah.
Yeah, and then he was fine.
And then we grabbed him
crazy.
and like just got him off of him. He's like, okay, but you could see the little welts everywhere.
Miller has
He didn't even
a
cry.
really high pain tolerance.
All right, so I take my Thai stir-fry rice noodles. I get my water boiling, like raging boiling. My water to boil, heavily boil. This isn't very much, is it? And then I put it in there. I turn off the heat, and just let it soak for about 8 minutes. And I set a timer because if you cook them too long, then they get a little bit soggy. You want them to be like pliable, but still a little bit firm in the middle. Look at that piece of corn.
Yum, 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 yum.
Why am I stirring this? I'm stirring this with a whisk because anything I use, I have to hand wash. And I had to whisk my coconut oil in the beginning. Usually I would do 2 cans of coconut milk to have more curry, but I only had 1, so that's what we're gonna do. Our kids are psychotic. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to clean up the table so we don't get attacked by more ants. We need to take this stuff to the recycling. And I'm gonna let that simmer for a little bit, and I'll see you in a second. So the chicken is done cooking. So I just add some salt. I use pink sea salt. Stir it all in. And my curry is done. So this is a nice meal to have because it's just really fast. I mean, it took what, 10 minutes? So just a nice dinner where I already have all the ingredients usually on hand because most of it's canned. Let me check my noodles. So I forgot to set a timer. Not done. Still very hard.
Should you turn the burner back on?
Nope. Or just needs to sit for another minute or 2. All right. So I have rice going inside. That will be done in about 3 minutes. And then we're gonna serve up and we're gonna have some dinner. Bugs are coming out, guys. The bugs are so bad here. Like, they are everywhere. I tried to work out yesterday around 5:30 outside, and I had to stop about 15 minutes in because I was sweating and like I had like, I don't know, 15, 20 mosquitoes on me. I could not get them to go away. So that's been fun.
And this is the wintertime too. Like, it's February, mid-February right now, so I can't imagine what it's like in the summertime.
I mean, I really love the South. I've loved it. And I think we'll definitely be back here for next year. We have big plans for next year's travel, and we're trying to decide what to call it. Like, we need a name for our first year of travel. Like chapter 1,
The early years.
Yeah, the beginning. Genesis.
RV newbies.
Then what would we be next? RV intermediate?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. You love your daddy.
I don't know what we should call it.
So yeah, help us think of a name for our RV years, because we want to be able to look back and know what year we are on when we see a video and like when we reference it, but we can't quite think of like what we want that to be called. So if you like our Cooking with the Kaeminks episode, let us know. We'll show you more dinners that we make when we have just low-key days.
Oh, he's hungry. He's hungry.
He loves curry. All right, so I'm gonna serve this up and I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute.
While we're outside cooking, who knows what's going on in the trailer?
Lawson, don't jump on my couch.
Watch out for your feet!
What's going on in here?
Somebody to love.
Bring me over!
Did you guys make a sled?
We might not have a lot of space, but they... May I see some water?
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. This is how we drain our pots RV style right here.
I mean, this is what you do when you're camping, like not an RV. So why is this why we have so many fire ants?
Probably.
Probably. And random fact, I don't have a strainer. I don't have any kind of noodle strainer, but I do have a salad spinner, which we've never used. I need to get my life together.
Not true, we've used it twice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay,
The bugs are coming.
we have to hurry. There's like 90 flies hovering above my food right now. We gotta go quick.
I think those are mosquitoes, actually.
Ah! Got to go so fast. Clear. All right. So I put some Thai noodles in my food. I made some rice. It's white rice. What can you do? Does this look appealing when I'm grabbing it with my fingers? The kids actually don't really like the noodles, so I'm not going to give them any.
Yeah, they like the rice.
Do you want more than that?
No.
Autumn, Wesley, Lawson, come get your food. Oh my gosh, these mosquitoes are eating me alive. And all you oil people, I love you. Thank you for telling me all the anti-bug things.
Ow!
Oh, smell it.
But Mommy,
All right, take this inside, please. That's Lawson's.
all these bugs.
Hey, it is a kid-friendly meal because it's not spicy. Look at all these bugs. I hope you can see all those on the camera right now. Welcome to RV living and camping outside. Is it just like cooking at home? No, it's not. Well, I hope you don't have this many bugs in your home. If you do, we got other things to talk about.
Close your doors.
Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. They're attacking me. Cooking with the Kaeminks is not going well. All right, that's a lot of snow peas. Let's go. We hope you're having a great night. Thanks for watching our Cooking with the Kaeminks. If you want to see more cooking episodes, let us know. We'll share the recipe below. Good night. Wait. That got serious really fast.
Good night.
I'm just freaking out. Good night. We're going to go eat our dinner, put these little munchkins to bed, and drink some wine. Have a good night.